Hey, greetings and welcome. We're out here in Tampa, Florida, the best place in the world to grow moringa, and we're at a wonderful organic moringa grove right here off of I-4 in the heart of Tampa, Florida. This beautiful moringa grove is getting lots of fresh air, lots of good sun, and lots of love because this farmer that owns this property is a member of the Grow Moringa Collective. And he's taken our advice and he's turned a big portion of his farm into a moringa grove. Now he's intercropping other things like lettuces, collards, potatoes, and other things to help supply many other families in the neighborhood with this fresh and local moringa. Now we've got a couple hundred trees here that we're harvesting today to start getting these greens dried and into the stores of local health food stores here in Tampa. Look at these beautiful trees. So we're going to come in here and we're going to get some of these trees cut back today. A big part of what we're doing is helping the trees to regrow all new greens. I was driving by the other day and noticed that some of these greens were starting to get yellow. It's starting to get really dry out here. So we're going to get these greens cut back before they turn yellow. We're going to use them. The best part about moringa is that it is drought tolerant. And so he's able to essentially grow these trees at this massive scale with very little to no irrigation. And I really love how he's put it together here to help reduce the amount of weeds that are in here. He has put down a little bit of a ground cover. And I'm really excited to see. These are all the trees that came from our seeds. He planted these out about 2 years ago, and now we're in the middle of a beautiful moringa farm. Look at this. Opens up into a little bit of a little oasis. I love the polycropping, multiple crops in here. And we're going to make really good use of these greens now. Look how beautiful these trees are. He's got a big mama moringa tree down the ways I want to show you now that's loaded with flowers and also drumsticks. So let's take a look at that now. As we walk across the field, you'll be able to see some more of the cuttings and the expansion that he's doing right now with the operation. These are all moringa trees that are going in now. He's got several hundred trees that he's getting established, and they're all coming in right now. Look at this. See that cutting? Look at that, beautiful. It's got a nice, beautiful red stem because he got the seeds from me. About 3 years ago, he started sprouting hundreds of trees. Then we started working out a deal where he started actually selling those trees back to me as little babies. And then over time, he started planting them out here. And some of the very first trees that he planted are now doing well. You see what this owner, you know what he operates on? He operates on the, I'm going to do it with you or without you, no matter what energy, which I love. He's doing it no matter what. And the benefits that come with membership is just a bonus. It's a plus. If you're going to do it, you're going to do it. And you're going to get the help that you need because you're already doing it no matter what. Look at this beautiful mama moringa tree here. This was the first tree that he planted. It's loaded right now with flowers. Completely loaded right now with drumsticks. Look at that. So let's see if we can pop this open right now together. Look at that. Beautiful. These got to come off now. You can see there are some little bugs in there. I got to tell them to get all these cut back so that way we can get them planted. That's the only thing with moringa drumsticks. Sometimes if you leave them on the tree long enough, they do attract some pests. Little flies, little bugs in there. What happens is if you package that up with those bugs in there, it's going to eat it and it's going to rot those seeds out. So one of the ways that we try to reduce the pest amount in our products is to, one, harvest the drumsticks before they get pests, and also keeping the trees cut back regularly so that way last year's drumsticks don't carry the pests into the new year's drumsticks. And also, we will use Dious Earth. and putting diatomaceous earth into the seeds, into the batch of seeds when we harvest. And so that way, before we package it, it's got some diatomaceous earth in the package to kind of prevent those baby bugs from reproducing. Look at this. This is just unbelievable. This is dripping. Dripping with oil, dripping with nutrients. This baby hasn't been cut back in about 2 years. And so this is what happens when you just let your trees go. You've got a field of trees that you can harvest, and you've got a field of trees that you just let go. The harvesting trees are for the greens. The trees that you let go are for the flowers. Look at this. This is a delicacy right here. You see that little, right off the tree? This is a very, 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 very beneficial delicacy. So good. Dripping. Now, the owner of this property is also a pastor. So what he does is he's able to provide his congregation with fresh, local, nutrient-dense food. He's feeding single mothers and families and children from this neighborhood off the food that he's growing right here on his property. We're helping to develop his property and his farm together as a team, because no matter what, he's going to do it. He doesn't necessarily need us. We're just icing on the cake, because he already recognizes the value, the money, and it's not just the money, it's the community. He's able to feed people as a trade, as a barter system. It's not about necessarily how much you can make in the cash, but in the value, the store of value now that he has 2 years later. He's now potentially able to make fuel, biofuel, with the amount of drumsticks and seeds and oil that he's got producing off of just these 2-3 trees right here. So I'm really impressed with what he's been doing. Really just steady, slow and steady. It's not about being fast in the first one. You just got to do it. And in that learning process, he's figuring things out. He's calling me, he's in the members area, he's asking questions. He's also just putting in that work. I really love his tenacity, his willingness to experiment, his unwavering faith and belief that what he's doing here, I'm blown away. I'm just blown away by this. This man is doing it. I'm so proud of him for this. I'm so happy that he's got this going. The next thing he needs to do is to get the processing center. So I told him he's got to put up a metal building over here so that way he can get all these greens dried on site. Even if it's just something small to start out with, he's got to get something built on site so that way we don't have to necessarily take these greens off site to dry. We want to dry them on site so that way we can hire workers for the day and they can dry it right on site. Right now I have a helper out here with me, and we're actually going to be taking these greens back to the farm, our farm, drying them there. We're going to wash them up, we're going to dry them, and we're going to pay him back in powder. I asked him, what does he want in return? Right now, he said, just get all these greens used up, feed the community, and get me back some powder so that way I can get these mamas some good food. A lot of them are breastfeeding right now. He knows the value of moringa because it helps to increase lactation in milking mothers, humans, goats, animals. Moringa is a natural lactation plant. It helps to increase lactation. And so consume moringa if you're suffering from low flow, not only in the milk, but also in the juice down there for men. It helps to increase circulation and increase the flow. It's a prenatal. It's something that can help clean the uterus. It can help clean the colon. It can help clean the prostate. It's a heavy metal detox. So one of the things that he did first out here is check the soil. Of course, you can tell we're right near the highway. Perfect advertisement piece. I mean, we're right out here in the middle of the highway, and it gets a lot of great flow. You know, and so we had the soil tested. We want to make sure that before we did anything on this property, there were no heavy metals in the soil. The soil here is so good. This is one of the best places to farm in all of Florida. We're right in between Tampa and Plant City. We're right here in the middle. This is actually considered, I think, Seffner, Thonotosassa, Seffner area. right off of I-4 near McIntosh. And so if you want to get in touch with us, give me a ring. My name is Kendrick Henry. I'm the founder and CEO of the Grow Moringa Collective. You can call me or text me at 813-696-6676. We have lots of opportunities on the horizon for expansion. If you have land and you want to do this, if you want to buy land and do this, get in touch with me, because we have a group of people right now that are talking really great things. So I hope to see you inside the Grow Moringa Collective members area. Peace and love. I'll show you the after photos. Stay tuned. Make sure to subscribe to the Grow Moringa YouTube channel and like this video for more exclusive Moringa content. Peace and love. Ciao.